Welcome students. In Unit 1, Concepts in Comparative Politics, we are going to study in Module 4, Political Modernization, Meaning, Implications and Dimensions. This is part 1 of this particular module. The outline of this module is meaning and implications of political modernization and dimensions of political modernization. At the end of this module, the students will be able to describe the meaning and explain the implications and dimensions of political modernization. Now let us try to understand what is the meaning and definitions of the term modernization. According to Claude Welch Jr., the process based upon the rational utilization of resources and aimed at the establishment of a modern society is modernization for him. According to Benjamin Schwartz, the systematic, sustained and powerful application of human energies to the rational control of men's physical and social environments in view of this essential fact that political change is intricately related to a wide spectrum of social and economic factors. This is what is called as modernization for him. Huntington believed that modernization is a multifaceted process involving change in all areas of human thought and activity. Now let us try to understand the implications of political modernization. The subject of political modernization is a comprehensive affair. It includes in its ambit of politics that is generally taken to cover the realms of economics, sociology, even psychology. It refers to the change in political culture and political institutions. It is also regarded as a result of social mobilization and economic development. Now let us try to understand the meaning of the term social mobilization. According to Carl Deutsch, the process by which major clusters of old social, economic and psychological commitments are eroded or broken and people become available for new patterns of socialization and behavior. Economic development is defined as growth in the total economic activity and output of society, which could be measured in terms of per capita gross national product and level of industrialization and level of individual welfare. Therefore, political modernization also has three more elements: rationalization of authority, differentiation of structure and expansion of political participation. Thus, modernization is a process which means a change in all fields: social, cultural, psychological, economic and political. Though mainly an economic concept, political modernization emphasizes on social mobilization, which means an overwhelming change in a large population of those countries which are moving from their traditional way of life to the modern way of life. Thus, when an ancient society moves forward to a new way of life and adopts the path of social transformation, urbanization, industrialization, mechanization, new technology and increasing literacy, it marches towards modernization. Thus, the process of modernization is everything like economic growth, increase of gross national product and per capita income, economic planning, greater industrialization, accumulation of capital, increasing urbanization and a reduction in the proportion of those engaged in agriculture, scientific advance, improved transport and a higher rate of literacy. Political modernization is therefore considered to be a multifaceted process. Now let us have a look at the dimensions of political modernization. At psychological level, it involves a change in the norms, values, attitudes and orientations of the people. At the intellectual level, Political modernization involves a tremendous expansion of man's knowledge about his environment and the diffusion of this knowledge throughout the society through increased literacy and mass communication. At demographic level, it implies improvement in the standards of living and progress towards the mobility of people and urbanization. At the social level, political modernization has a tendency to replace the focus of individuals' loyalty to family and other primary groups to voluntarily organized secondary associations. At the economic level, it involves the growth of market agriculture, improvement in commerce at the expense of agriculture, development of industrialization and widening of economic activity. Thus, modernization is regarded as a comprehensive phenomenon which brings about radical changes in the field of economic development, mainly in the direction of industrialization and material advancement, changes in the nature and content of the political systems, and also changes in the social and psychological spheres of life. Political modernization implies the existence of a traditional order that is to be changed for better. It is the effect of the new on the old, not the total eradication of the old and its substitution by the new is covered under the rubric of political development. Modernization does not necessarily result in modernity. The concept of political modernization refers to the case of political transformation as occurred in the European countries in modern period and then recurred in other countries of the world in recent times. Now let us study different stages of political modernization. This is Apter's paradigm of the developing countries. Political modernization is believed to be taking place where it is most easily accepted or wanted. First stage, according to Apter, is stage of contact and control. Innovations and adventures took place in the advanced countries of Europe in 17th, 18th and 19th centuries. In this particular stage, a process by means of which the then new wealth of Europe and new technologies were to be utilized for changing the condition of the dependent peoples. Thus, this stage is marked by the consolidation of the alien rule, erection of a stable system of authority, beginning of urbanization, health and schooling for an elite occurring at the end of this particular stage. According to Apter, the second stage is stage of reaction and counteraction. This showed the effects of Western colonialism, innovative foreign elites of the bureaucrats, missionaries, traders and the like created a new urban centers or renovated the old ones and the native persons drew closer to them. Local and foreign elements started interacting with one another, which led to the formation of new associations which developed new interest. Nationalism in this stage was also led by an elite. Nationalist leaders demanded more and more participation in public affairs. The third stage is the stage of contradiction and emancipation. With the growth of new elites, more complex associations in politics arose, which led to the widening of the base of nationalist movements. There was a demand for power sharing that had also increased during this particular stage. Also, there was introduction of democratic systems in some degrees by colonial powers led mass movements and demand for independence grew at this particular time. The fourth stage is the stage for search for a new generative solution. This occurred after the advent of independence and marked by the inauguration of the second revolution in the social, economic, and technological spheres. Political independence was considered as an opportunity to produce more viable and effective communities. In order to bring about economic growth, different strategies were adopted by different countries in the world in this particular stage. Struggle for a suitable course so as to realize the aim of establishing social and economic democracy in the country also took place in this particular stage. Now let us study characteristics of modernization. Application of technology and modernization. This is the first characteristic. In this, the people gave up their old ways of living, old methods of agriculture and traveling, and used modern methods of technology and mechanization. Second characteristics is industrialization. Traditional, rural, and agriculture economy was replaced by new factories with latest techniques. Third, urbanization. People migrated in large numbers to the new centers in the cities for better avenues. Fourth one, there was increase in national income. For this, agriculture was supplemented by industrial growth and income from it. Literacy. Government took efforts to wipe out illiteracy from the country and avenues of higher education were made available to all. Another characteristic is political mobilization. Educated people took part in the affairs of the country. Political participation was made possible in a democracy through political parties, interest groups, and other organizations. Development of mass media is also another characteristic feature of political modernization. Through these facilities, citizens became enlightened and well informed. They took an active part in the politics of his country. Next characteristic feature is national identity. This cultivates national identity. People give up their narrow loyalties, parochial considerations of caste, creed, etc. Students, these are the references. Thank you.